Hey everybody, this is Dana Price from Hammer Dog Productions. If you're first time here, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. So today we're going to be taking my 2024 Crosstrek Wilderness out to a place called Primitive Racing, happens to be here in Oregon, and we're going to have full skid plates put underneath it. After my last trip down south on the lava fields, it became pretty apparent something like that needed to happen. Also, another little addition was picking up a Garmin InReach. When I end up out in the middle of nowhere, something like that's probably good to have, you think? So anyway, let's go on out to Primitive Racing, check the place out, talk to a couple of people and see what they're all about. Maybe it'll be some information that might be handy to you. Sure is going to be for me. See you over there. All right, so we made it to Primitive Enterprises. There's a sign you see out front. Nice easy access in here. And when you pull in the drive, you come right on over here. And right there's Dimitri. He got us here safely. Mostly. And the first one on the left, when you come in, is right here. You got the two bay doors and their front door. Primitive Racing. And there's their website. GetPrimitiveRacing.com, Suite 100, and there's their address. And of course, I'll put all that down below too. All right, we're here at Primitive Racing, and you are?
Kirsten.
Kirsten, tell me what you do.
I am kind of like our office manager. I answer the phones, answer your product questions, do our sales. Sometimes I'll help in the shop if it's needed, so kind of everything.
Jack of all trades?
That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm camera shy, like I said.
That's fine. That's fine. So can you tell me a little bit about what we're going to be doing today?
We are going to be installing our triple armor skid plate set. They are all 3/16 aluminum to help protect your oil pan, your transmission pan, and your rear differential.
That sounds good.
Yes, it's definitely needed for any type of off-roading, even freeway driving.
Really? Why is that?
So it's going to be flatter than your like OEM skid plate, so it helps with the aerodynamics underneath your car.
Okay.
You never know when you're going to hit debris in the middle of the freeway.
Yeah.
That could damage your oil pan. You know, all of that type of stuff. Driving over a curb in a parking lot.
That sucks.
I've heard it all. Getting high centered, just all sorts of things.
Is there any issue with skid plates and like overheating temperature? Does it change any thermodynamics of how the car cools or anything?
It actually is going to allow more airflow because we have vents in the skid plates to kind of suck up the air, and then it kind of leaves the sides open a little bit, so there's more airflow coming in.
Oh, cool.
But never had any overheating issues that I've been aware of in the 6.5 years I've worked here.
Today I learned. Now, do you guys make these in-house, or are they made elsewhere, and you guys, is it like your designs, or how does that work?
So they are designed in-house by the owner, Blake Lind, and then we have an aluminum place just down the road from here that does all the presses out the sheets and the base plates, and then we do all the like welding of the spacers, cutting the oil holes, all that type of stuff in-house.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's all made and shipped from the USA.
All in the USA?
Yep, all in the USA.
100% USA made?
It is.
You don't get to hear that very often. I'm kind of a patriot myself. Yeah. So I like that.
Skid plate wise, our King Springs, which we're not doing today, those are imported from Australia, but those are also designed with King Spring, Australia. But
cool.
Skid plates are all USA.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh gosh, I think the company's been around for about 25 years.
What about you?
Oh, me. I've been here for about 6.5 years. I started out in the auto industry after coming off being a hairdresser.
Really? Okay. That's an odd transition.
It was. I just wanted to get back to my roots, so I started service managing at some independent Subaru repair shops, and then slowly met the owner Blake through Stage Rally and a bunch of our friend group, and came on because they needed help.
Okay. You guys got a Facebook page and all that?
We do. We have Facebook. We have Instagram. I think Twitter. or X, whatever it's called now.
Yeah, I got to get more keyed up on that. People tell me I need to get into some of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we have a YouTube channel.
You do?
We do. It's all under, Facebook and Instagram is Primitive Racing, and then YouTube is Primitive Enterprises.
Primitive Enterprises?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's see where it goes from here.
Perfect.
Awesome. Okay, so I need to jump in here for a moment Kirsten, off camera, you know, when I had stopped that last bit, and her and I kind of got to talking. She is incredibly knowledgeable. I'm telling you right now, if you call Primitive Racing, and I'm not shilling for somebody or something like this, I'm a normal guy, but I want to point out, we kind of went on a thing. She showed me her car, which is parked to the left of this, and she was explaining to me just matter of factly, I like I was supposed to know what she was even talking about. It was way over my head. She was talking about different wheel sizes for different cars, different suspensions, and these king springs, and wheel and tire sizes and offsets, and how much lift it gives you. And it was just an array of knowledge. Kind of blew me away. So much so to the point that, you know, I loved it. It was so much so to the point that I was just kind of forgot to turn my camera on because I don't do interviews, as you guys who follow my channel know. I kind of dropped the ball on that one because the information she was kicking out was impressive and it was informative, and she was being extremely helpful. So I'm, Kirsten, if you happen to watch this, sorry I dropped the ball on that one. If you guys call in and you got some questions and you need some answers, by the time I left this place today, not only did I feel confident in their products, but also the staff there was great to work with. Blake Lind, very knowledgeable. You can tell talking to Blake that he's not only likes what he's doing, but he's definitely into what he's doing. And when my car was up on the lift and I saw the plates installed, you look at the quality of the part and how they're designed, it really shows. Primitive Racing is really doing something good. So, you know, definitely if you're thinking about getting skid plates, at least check out their site. Their packages are great. And currently I took advantage of a sale that they had going on, the 3-piece set. And that's kind of where I went. So anyway, I kind of wanted to get that out there. I didn't get it on film, but I was just impressed. So by all means, check these guys out. And let's get back to the video.
Good morning.
Tell me about yourself. How'd you get into this?
Yeah, that's a broad question.
How did you first get into making skid plates and stuff? Because I'm assuming I can tell you do more than that. But how did you kind of stumble into this?
Yeah, well, I used to race rallycross with the previous owner of Primitive, and I needed a job, and here I am. It's been 15 years. So
you've been doing this for 15 years here at Primitive?
15 years, yeah. So
wow.
Started making skid plates in the previous owner's garage all the way to here.
That's awesome. Yeah, she was telling me that you guys, everything here is, other than like the springs, are all made in the USA and stuff like that. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, we design and make the products here.
And you're the one that's been designing all these?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I've been designing skid plates since the beginning.
Nice. And when did Primitive Racing start originally?
1996.
96, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how they came up with the name? It's an interesting name.
I think it was a literal. It's a very literal name. I mean, the previous owner didn't have a degree in engineering or manufacturing or,
okay.
or fabrication, and so the parts were very primitive.
Okay. Well, you know what? I mean, I do fabrication work at home, so I that makes sense to me. At this point, you own the business now, right? So,
correct. Yeah.
At this point of the game, do you have a lot of time to still race?
No, I haven't raced in almost 3 years.
So, at this point, what excites you and is your passion in this whole thing?
Well, racing really is why I got into it. The access to racing. A lot of the products we make aren't for racing, but racing is definitely the passion.
What's your main focus here? As far as, it's not really like we're saying, not necessarily for racing, but I mean,
the main focus of the Primitive product line is easy to install products that are going to get you a little further.
Yeah, in my case, that's going to be probably a good thing after that last one I did. So I noticed on your website that you guys ship your products, and obviously I'm going to have an install done here today because I'm fortunate to live nearby. Do you guys ship them all around the world or just the United States? How do you do this?
Yeah, primarily we ship all over the world, all over the country, every day.
Okay, and one of my concerns, because I'm getting older, one of my concerns was installation. Now, I know that it said that they're easy to install. Do you guys have instructions that are shipped with them? Are there videos, or how does that work?
Yeah, we have a little bit of both, but we make the products install easily. They come with printed instructions. We do have some video instructions.
So your average Joe that knows Jack, let's say, the first Subaru, they've never worked on a car. Do you think they could put them on by themselves easily enough?
You need some basic hand tools, but really the hardest part is taking off the stock factory plastic and getting the car up off the ground. The skid plates are very easy to install.
Okay, so you don't need a lift or anything to put them on?
You don't need a lift.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. Now, in my case, I've got a Crosstrek Wilderness. Is there any difference between the Wilderness plates and, let's say, like the Sport or the Premium or anything of those other trim options?
The plates are the same between the Wilderness and the other trims.
Okay, that's good to know. I had somebody ask me that.
There are some differences. The Wilderness sometimes will have a different rear differential.
Okay, yeah, I know the gear ratio is different, but that's all I know about it.
Yeah.
Just okay. So is there something different other than the gear ratio?
It'll have a physically different differential.
Oh.
And so it takes a different bracket, but it's very similar. Hard to tell the difference.
Okay.
Visually.
Customer support. Like people call in, they got a problem issue, stuff like that. You guys, how do you handle that? You guys?
We're here Monday through Friday. We answer the phones, we answer emails. We're still kind of old school in that respect.
Sweet. Do you have any warranties, anything like that available?
Satisfaction guaranteed. If you have a problem, we'll fix it. No warranties. You don't really need a warranty for a product like this. They do get banged up, but that's what they're for.
Yeah, cool. What are your future plans? Do you have any future plans, or are you guys developing anything you can talk about?
We're constantly developing new products, new applications, as fast as Subaru can come up with new vehicles.
What kind of things can we kind of look forward to, maybe?
Nothing that I can talk about right now.
I love it. Keep an eye on Primitive Racing for that then. You never know what's coming down the line. Where do you see Primitive Racing in 10 years?
I don't know. That's a great question. I think I'd like to expand the facility, bring on more capabilities, more inventory.
So you can maybe do more vehicles at one time, like a larger staff, or just
probably do a little bit more in-house stuff.
Manufacturing, or
yeah, more manufacturing.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. And your name was again?
My name is Blake.
Blake, and you're the owner.
Primitive Racing.
Fantastic. Well, Blake, let's get a roll on this.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
All right.
So at this point, one of the service techs came out, got my key, drove it in here, and they have a side lift, which is a really nice lift. It's a great, obviously clean environment, and it didn't take that long. I was really surprised. I'd say from literally drive in to drive out was about 45 minutes. They told me it'd take about an hour, but it's about 45 minutes, and bada bing, bada boom, done. So would you be willing to run this underneath the car? Kind of give it...
Yeah, because locked, you can go. Once we start working on it, we'll probably...
Because I don't know about insurances and all that kind of stuff, but
yeah.
Nobody knows, hey, what's the underside of that look
you
like?
You can go ahead. It's locked on the...
You're okay with that?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay. Because honestly, I've never seen the underside of this thing either. That's the one.
Yeah, and so I think...
And this is...
A lot of people will call that a skid plate, but it's really not.
Yeah.
It's really thin aluminum.
I'm really happy that, honestly, after that last run I did up on the lava flows, I really thought I was going to see this smacked with what I did, which ultimately is why I'm here.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Because I was kicking out literal bowling ball sized pieces of lava were flipping out underneath this thing.
You know, like this is just a piece of aluminum plastic. You could damage it and the car will still work fine, but the oil pan is right here. And so you don't want to hit that. Yeah, well, they put that on there to make you think that.
Makes me wonder about my Outback.
Yeah, they're all like that. None of them have a real skid plate.
Oh, there it is right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's the oil pan. So it's up there a little ways. This one is really vulnerable, and that's the transmission skid plate. And so that's really low, and it's in the middle of the vehicle. And that one has a bunch of sensors and solenoids behind it that if you damage, the car won't move.
Yeah, that would suck,
And so
especially out there.
So this one's really important to protect.
Yeah.
And so we have the transmission skid plate that will protect that.
Okay. Now you guys just need to come up with one to cover the cat because we live in Oregon, and
Yeah.
people like to steal those.
Well, I think luckily they've taken some measures to make it harder to sell, and then with the Subarus, the cats aren't particularly valuable.
Oh, really?
And the main one is part of the exhaust manifold, and you can't just like cut that off. So we don't see cat theft with Subarus. I've heard of one instance, and we get the question all the time. So
Oh, okay.
it's not a, like if you have a Prius, you really have to be concerned about
My
it, 'cause
mother
they're
has
really
one.
valuable.
My
But
mother has a
these-
Prius.
They're really valuable and easy to steal, but these are not.
Is there a reason these are less valuable over, say, like a
I
Prius?
mean,
one?
it
Just
depends
less
on what they
material?
use in the catalyst, but these are not as valuable.
Interesting. Yeah, I always joke that good luck finding it on mine because I've got an EV.
Yeah, yeah. Hard to steal it out of
A
that.
little bit.
Oh, cool.
Okay, all
All
right.
right. Well, thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'll
get
get out of your
to
way.
it. We'll come and grab you when we're ready.
All righty. So his car was parked in the shop when we first got there. We're the first clients in for the day. And this is one of his rides. He may have more. I saw another one back up in there, but I wanted to do a kind of a walk around of this car. And, you know, from the outside, it's one thing, but you get to looking up close at it. And it's had some serious work done to it. It's pretty much just a full-on roll cage car. It's pretty cool to check out. While I was there, hey, why not? Dun, dun, dun. So, tell me what you know.
Tell me what I know.
Yeah, what we got?
We have uni side drain rear skid plate.
Explain what?
So we just call it a side drain rear. It just has to do with the type of rear differential that you have, and that's how we differentiate like our brackets.
Okay.
So side drains usually have this type of. I can't even talk anymore.
So you're talking about where you change the fluid at? Oh, right
Yeah,
here.
and so it's your side drain. So most of them will have this on the back, and then this will be over here.
Okay.
And we
That's
have-
cool. That looks really nice.
Yeah, now you can slide across rocks with your rear diff.
Oh, I hope not, but it's nice to know what's there if I do. Okay,
And
what else you got?
then we got our transmission skid plate
Okay.
so that you don't damage your pan.
That is seriously a lot. I mean, that covers everything.
It does, yeah.
Wow, look at that.
And then we have all the vents in there for airflow.
For reference, I mean, for anybody watching this, I know that your measurements are given on the website, but that is thick. That is beefy.
3/16 of an inch.
Wow. And you know what I really like is you said 3/16 instead of like, I don't even know what the measurement is. It's a 21.6 millimeter. No, I can understand. It means nothing to me.
And then up here we have...
Oh wait, I gotta get this on there. That's cool. That's cool. Look at the fun stuff that unless I crawl underneath there, I won't see. Okay. All right, so talk to me. What else you got?
And then we have your front skid plate, which is also in the 3/16 inch, and with your oil hole, so you can drain your oil easily.
Okay, now that's an option that I chose.
Yes, that
For
is an
that.
add-on option.
Okay, now the valve thing that I ordered.
The valve will have to happen at your next oil change.
Right, and in my case, Gresham Subaru is probably going to be doing the next one. Mm-hmm. And they've put these on before.
They have, yes.
Okay, so how does that work? They put that thing in there. I noticed in the pictures there was a tube.
There is. So there's a drain hose that will attach to the nipple of the valve. Most people will just tuck it up here You know,
Oh, it
between
stays
oil
on there.
changes. It stays on. You can take it off if you'd like, but then you just pull the valve or the hose down through the hole,
Okay.
open the valve, and then it drains it
Cool.
nice and cleanly.
Nice and easy. I like the idea of not having to worry about a drain plug anymore. Oh, this all came all the way up now. Wow, look at that. Okay. That's nice. Man, that's cool. That is cool. I like it. Alrighty. So what do we do now?
Pull it off the lift and send you on your way.
Fantastic.
Time for some adventures.
I like it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.